Hi, I'm Fred. Welcome back to the Forever Bedrock Realm. Today we're going to discuss everything you need to know about woodland mansions. The first thing you need to know is that they're super far away. So if you're on Bedrock especially, pack extra food. There are many ways to find a woodland mansion. There are using chunk base, finding a dark oak forest and just stumbling across one, or using a woodland explorer map that you can get by trading with cartographers. This is just like any other map, treasure, whatever. Kitty, stop. She just shook her head no. She will not stop. And just follow it there. So if I go this direction for 20, 30,000 blocks, I'll find a woodland mansion. Now the nearest woodland mansion to my base is approximately 23,000 blocks away as a crow flies. Assuming Minecraft had crows. Hey, should we add crows to Minecraft? Maybe we should just that. It could be like the mythological version where like someone dies, a crow suddenly spawns in. Now, luckily for me, the nearest woodland mansion is past where Fluffy's base is, so he dug out most of his nether tunnel for me. The quickest way is going to be there, because they are so far away, even in Bedrock, or even in Java, is go to the nether, go to the approximate coordinates if you find them on chunk base. If you're using a Woodland Explorer map, or you're just wandering around, then yeah, obviously you're going to have to go to the overworld. By the way, these things are awful when all you have is a trident. Once again, thank you, Jonathan. Run away! So, the next thing to learn about woodland mansions is that it's dangerous to get to them, no matter what method you use. Now, with recent updates, woodland mansions have been pushed further away from spawn, and they've been changed like how they used to pop in when they were first added. Also, they've added a lot more room types, including adding a bunch more rooms where Vindicators and Evokers spawn in. Like Bastions and Ocean Monuments, woodland mansions, the spawns that come in there happen to once, they don't respawn in there. So once you kill the mobs in a mansion, they'll be dead, you won't have to worry about them anymore. Much like the Elder Guardians in the Ocean Monuments, or the Piglin Brutes in the Bastions. And of course it's dark out here. Not to worry, I left myself a chest of netherrack. Don't worry about the complete lack of woodland mansion here, they're over here. Now Minecraft being Minecraft and Bedrock doubly so, this is not the only woodland mansion out here. This is actually not even the closest one to me. The closest one to me is over here another 1,000 blocks or so. You know, when you've traveled over 20,000 blocks, 1,000 blocks doesn't seem like it takes a while. But it really does. In fact, this one took me 2 rockets. This is a standard woodland mansion. 3 floors, auto-generated, so the rooms will be randomized in different spots. The shapes will be different. The sizes will be different. The first one we saw is actually smaller than this one. But they always spawn in these, or I should say generate, in these dark oak forests. They always have an entrance, and they're always poorly lit, so they're full of a bunch of other mobs in addition to the ones that spawn in based on what rooms are in. And the classic way to fight a woodland mansion is either to fly up to the, or go up to the top, and not just to fly, you can climb up to the top. You know, back before we had Elytra. Dig your way down, light it up as you go, and kill everything you can before being killed. Or you can go to the entrance, which is somewhere. Do they always face east? I want to say they always face east. But I didn't bother looking it up because that's something you actually need to know. And the reason I'm being so circumspect about it is because I only have a trident and I don't want to die to anything nasty. So you go through there, there's a main staircase leading up, dark spooky rooms, spooky bad guys. And in my live stream and when I started building my own woodland mansion, I mentioned I would show you, you know, the traditional way to go through and break through. But I decided I didn't feel like doing that, so I'm not going to. Spooky. Another thing that's good to know about woodland mansions is that if you hang around them, the mobs will tend to just, like the Vindicators and Evokers will tend to just wander out. So you'll see them around the woods around. So, you know, be careful around them if you're hanging out there and haven't gone through and broken them all. But I have a secret method, which I've never seen, but I'm sure other people have done, because why wouldn't you, of defeating a woodland mansion in a fun and safest way as possible. So the second most important thing you need to know about woodland mansions is that they're made out of wood. And they will burn, and if you have fire ticks on, they will burn to the ground. And if you have fire tick on and you set your mansion alight so it burns to the ground, what will be remaining is a shell of cobblestone, bits and pieces, and more importantly, all the loot chests. Because chests don't burn. So to make it move faster, I just started pillaring over here Dropping lava temporarily. Picking it back up once it gets down to a good point. Let that go. And in a couple spots, you can already see the ground underneath the mansion. Down there, you can also see a little chest there and a little chest there. Totally fine, safe from the fire. Apparently, pumpkins and melons don't burn either. Good to know. I actually got this idea based on an old world that I had started and never really played on much. Just flying around looking at what things are going on. And I realized that there was a woodland mansion there that had generated next to a lava pool. Had caught fire and had mostly burned itself out. Like half of it was gone. And so you can see the chest there, which is how I learned the chests don't burn. And I looked it up and it's confirmed. And it was like, oh, yeah, you could just totally burn these to the ground. Not have to worry about the bad guys. And as I said before, these things will escape and start wandering around. This is going to be way too far to hit. And if I did hit them, I wouldn't know. I don't think it would be close enough to see the effects. Oh, no, I did get him. Holy cow. Aquaman. That's the Trident version of Katniss Everdeen. Much better. Now all we need to do is grab some scaffolding, jump in there, and get all our chests. I'm fairly certain all the evokers and vindicators have run away or are dead, but, you know, keep an eye out. In this configuration, this is just a large chest room. Oh, two of them like right by each other. These are all empty. Just make sure you put the fire out underneath them before you start breaking them, or else they will burn. This chest all on its own is a treasure chest, or whatever the heck they call them. Bonus chest, loot chest. Let's see, always take gunpowder. Definitely take string, definitely take iron, definitely throw iron on the floor. Definitely take diamond hose. Take some pots too. Looks like another treasure chest over here. A flint with efficiency 1. Well, I would call that a rare item. Some of the quote-unquote loot chests will just be empty chests. Let's see. Yep, empty chest. Maybe they took all the stuff out while they were panicking and left. Like, just throw some stuff in a bag. We gotta get out of here. Take the cauldron. And the allium. That one room has always 8 allium flowers in the chest. Okay, I don't see any more, so let's make that long trek back. Master me, Muse. Make me know the tale. Lately did Lunarmoon lavish me with emeralds. Pranks, the purpose, payment up front. Bid she at bittersweet, bidden am I to act. Jonathan of Johio, Jester's target be. Okay, now when I said epic prank, I was thinking epic. But I didn't really want to spend the time to write a full epic, so you only got 6 lines. And then I had an epic design to throw out there, so every time he exited his house, he'd see it. Problem is, we've already done Jonathan's house pretty good, you know. Like, there's still birthday cake everywhere. He probably still has chests full of villager banners everywhere, illager banners everywhere. So what epic prank could we do that is epic enough for the epic Joe Nathan? Well, because he's so concerned with chickens everywhere, I think we'll just give him some. Let's climb up one of these. Now what I'm thinking is that obviously he needs a bunch of chickens. Put that there. Put that there. Fill this up with eggs. Put that here. Well, there's 3 chickens going down. I always forget which stuff dispenses out of dispenser by shooting and which of it just drops. TNT drops, eggs shoot. Make sure we keep loading it up. What the heck, let's throw some ourselves. Perfect. Jonathan and Joy, Lunarmoon, I hope you enjoyed that too. Now let's see if I'm back from the mansions yet. That's a long walk. Okay, we are back with our spoils of war. This is the loot I pulled out of the mansion. You will notice there's not much of it. Most of it I already have or can get easily. The one weird exception, and Java has its own weird exceptions, and I thought that the Bedrock exception was weird. It was a different one. Some sort of item that shouldn't have an enchantment on it. you will get in a chest if the right room spawns. You know, nearly a stack and a half a chest. Useful, hardly worth the time I spent. So I've said a lot of things about mansions here, and you may be wondering, what makes me an expert on mansions? Experience. I've torn them down. I've built them. I rated one once. The way to become an expert is just to spend all your time with something. And to build this, and to help me build this, I tore one down layer by layer. And I used the wiki to help me get some of the details that I missed during my teardown. So I know a lot about mansions, at least their construction of. And as you saw, it would be quicker to loot a mansion, you know, the normal way. And it's not completely unsafe. I mean, even evokers, with their vexing vexes, you can get away from okay. This is kind of more fun the way I like to do things, which is stand back, let Minecraft handle its own business while I handle mine. And mostly what I did was watch YouTube and move buckets of lava. Even when you build it yourself, even when it's well lit, and you know nothing has spawned in here, these things are still kind of creepy. Like, like honestly, I still get the chills. Ooh. Spooky. This is what you get a lot. An evoker and 5 indicators. The library, otherwise known as Creeper Central, because every time you find one of these in a real mansion, there's always like half a dozen creepers in it. I swear mansions spawn creepers more than any other thing. The top floor is always smaller than the other 2 floors, because the number one thing you need to know about mansions is that they're totally useless. Don't come here. Don't bother. There's no need. With 119, we're going to get the allays, but go to the outpost. Pillager outposts are everywhere. When I was flying to and from those mansions, I came across like 3 or 4 other villager outposts, usually by a village. And villages don't have the greatest loot, but quite frankly, it was kind of better than what I got here. Those village trips, I got 3 diamonds. I got, 8 or 9 emeralds, food, good supplies. I didn't get any of that stuff out of the mansion. So yes, I know a thing or two about mansions. I know that they're far away. I know that they can be found somewhat easily, but it's always dangerous to get to them, even if you've mapped it out before. I know it's very dangerous to take them on by going through the front door. I know it takes an hour or 2 to burn one down, even if you're constantly moving around placing lava blocks and keeping all the chunks loaded. I know they're really not worth the trip. They're not worth the effort. They're not worth what rudimentary fun you might get out of it. And one more bonus fact. I've built one, so you don't have to. Don't build a mansion. It took 2 weeks. It wasn't too bad, but it was tedious on both. It took months to get to the floor plan done. So keep that in mind. Deesky, another forever bedrocker, is building a castle that's much larger. And he's been working on it for a while, but his building goes much faster because his plan is all in his head. I was following a detailed plan. That's where the problem lies. Thank you for watching. Hope you learned something. Hope you enjoyed this. Make sure you check out the rest of the Forever Bedrockers. Links are in the description. Join our Discord. Watch the Meta Rockers. Comment, like, subscribe, whatever. Get yourself an Efficiency 1 flint. Don't bother. It's neat, but not worth it. And if you want to watch more mansion fun, I'll include a link here to the mansion video I did on Monotonous Minecraft years ago. That one I just tore down with pickaxe and an axe. I'll catch y'all later.